Hello everyone! In this video, I'm just going to explain what to avoid and what to utilize when it comes to foods and drinks before warm-ups and before singing. I apologize to any sighted individuals here. I'm just doing audio for this. I will be inserting a visual over the audio clip and posting it, but it's just going to be audio. I apologize for those who'd want to see my face or what I'm doing. This video isn't really that visual though. I'm just explaining the do's and don'ts when it comes to foods and drinks before warming up, so I think it should be good here. But the first thing you would want to avoid is anything dairy, so milk, cheese, yogurt, even chocolate because it may have milk in it. Any food or drink that you think may have lactose or dairy because it can coat your throat and make it hard to get high notes out or any note in general, especially when you've had a lot of milk or a lot of dairy. It can coat your throat a lot and make it hard to get notes out. So avoid any milk. You can also get sick on stage, say if you're performing, because if you get nervous and lactose and your stomach are kind of linked in the way where if you are nervous or if you have a tendency to get sick anyway and get really, really nervous to the point where you feel like you're nauseous, well, things may end badly, especially if you accidentally drink expired milk like I did one time. Yeah, don't do it. Don't drink milk or anything dairy, that is. The next thing you'd want to avoid is any cold beverages of any sort, even if it's water. Avoid ice cold beverages, avoid like any ice cold milks or juices, or I don't know why you'd have ice in your milk, but some people do that. Avoid any ice cold milk, juice, water, anything really, because it can shock your throat, especially if you just woke up. It's a horrible idea to drink just like cold water off the bat. Just try to avoid that, especially if you're going to sing that day. But try to avoid that because it can make your voice all weird and sometimes notes won't even come out. Sometimes you can't even talk properly if you've done that, so avoid cold beverages. Third thing, avoid soda for one reason only. I think you guys may know what it is. Because you know soda has gas in it and it can make you burp. So try to avoid that. I don't think you'd want to be burping on stage in the middle of a song. That does not sound very great. So avoid soda, especially since it has a lot of sugar in it too. It may upset your stomach, especially if you're nervous already. And then the last thing to avoid is burning your throat. It's actually not fun either. Don't do that. Don't drink like burning hot beverages either, like really, really hot coffee. It's good to steam your voice, but it's not good to like burn your throat in the process. Like you can warm up some water and put lemon in it and drink that. That's what I do. But make sure it's not boiling because then you'll burn your throat and it's painful. So don't do it. I don't know what that was. But things to utilize when it comes to drinks. Drink tons of water. Always have a cup of water with you on stage or before recording. Get some water. Make sure you have a cup next to you while you're recording. That's what I do for my covers. I will have a bottle of water next to me and I'll fill it up ever so often when I feel like I'm running low. That way my voice will stay clear and I won't sound like I am a frog. So, yeah, another thing to utilize is lemon and honey mixed with water. So I'll warm up some water and I'll put a bit of lemon juice in there. Make sure it's not too much because you don't want to make yourself sick, because lemon is very sour, especially if you get the pure kind of lemon juice. Make sure that you don't put too much, and then put a bit of honey in there. I personally don't like honey raw, so I don't put a lot. I put enough to where I can taste it a bit. So stir it and then drink it and then warm up how you'd usually. I'm going to do a separate video on warming up, so you guys can watch that, like how to do scales and stuff, warm-ups for chest voice, head voice, whistle notes, anything like that. So stay tuned for that. So that is it, I think. What to avoid and what to utilize when it comes to foods and drinks before warming up. And make sure you don't ever eat before you warm up because your stomach may be too full to take in any more air. If you have eaten a heavy meal, make sure to wait about 30 minutes to an hour before you start singing, because you may not be able to fit enough air in your stomach to support whatever note you're going to reach. So just be careful. Make sure you use logic when you're thinking about this type of stuff. Don't drink milk, don't do anything like that. And yeah, that's my video. Hope you enjoyed. This is the first video in my series of singing tips and tricks. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Peace.